you know, going long in the stock market under 480 on SPY. That's a certainty. Why? Because uh, 99% of all numbers in the stock market are within two standard deviations of the mean. So you calculate, I don't know, 500 weeks in a 10-year curve. So you take weeks, the high and low of 500 weeks, which is years, a couple years, maybe 10, a decade back, and you start doing these regressions. And with statistics, when you need to buy because you're never going to hit that number. It's never going to be there. It's an outlier. So I trade where what made the $1 billion that I got on my paper account was trading outliers, knowing that the market has to come back to mean. And now this is I'm reaching higher and higher and higher and higher. I went from uncertain garbage code, losing lots of money, to stop spending money on it and then dial down the system. We're in here, right? So yeah, let's show what I'm doing. I created this indicator that should not be public, that is top secret, and it shoots me a buy or sell signal every hour. That's basically what it is. It's a buy signal every hour. Right now we're on this test. What we're waiting for is for either the sell signal happen at market open or happen at the 19th. And it should be right here. If the market is going to sell, it's going to say sell here, and I could expect a pullback. It's not going to just curve. It's not going to swoosh out within an hour. It's not going to be. The signal is not going to go away. It should stay there because it's real solid transition. It takes an hour. Either buy or sell is going to take an hour or is going to stay a signal within days. Let's see what happens. We're waiting for 15 minutes for 7 o'clock, and we're waiting for this 1900, 1900 sell signal to appear or buy signal again. It might be a buy or it might be a sell. I can't tell. And the cloud is not showing. There's supposed to be a cloud on price, but it only shows up every hour. And I'm looking at the minute, so I'm looking at a much bigger candle now. I stopped looking at the 30s, and I realized that the 30s give shitty, choppy signals. And the 1 hour we got up, down, up, 4 hours up, 6 hours up, down 1 hour, up like that. That's basically the pattern that you see out here. And they match. Some of them come in a half an hour, so maybe we won't see a sell signal till 7:30, which is the time I get out of here. But that's what we're looking for. We're waiting for the signal to appear again, to reappear. This is, you see that sell signal right there, and this is the close. This signal appeared at open today. It wasn't there, but I knew it was here because it definitely went bullish. All a pre-market like a motherfucker. That's all a pre-market, and we're here. We're here right now, or aftermarket Friday. And we're waiting for that. We are waiting for what signal is going to happen here. If it sells, I'm going to make my money. I'm still going to make 350 and I'm going to sell. That's it. It's too easy. And I took trade here. So if I do take an L on this signal, right? Because obviously the buy signal should have happened legions ago. Should have made thousands of dollars if I would have bought here on Friday. That that which was a signal that did not appear till today. I would have been thousands of dollars in the green by then. So we're waiting for what signal is going to come right here, either right here or in the 30, or it's going to stay by. What the market is looking for is a shift. It's a transition and trend. And this, even though it looks like a dip, is a bullish. It's a bullish transition because you see this. It went up, but it still has a chance to go up. And there's low supply above. There's really low supply above the opening. This was the open right here. Right here was the open. It dropped. There's a really big supply candle there. So the signal might not come at 7:30, and this might still be buy. And that's what I'm looking to catch. If it's going to pivot into sell right here to transition to close the trade and enter sell, or if I stay buy in, we're coasting until the next signal appears. I got to check if this type of code shows on my phone. To it be really interesting if it's showing on my phone. That it's really unlikely that it shows on the phone, but it'd be good to have. It'd be good to see. Sort of pulling back under the 200 mark at the bottom. I'm pretty sure we are not going back to 5537 or 5532, which is where I bought. But there's a possibility we might. We never know. Remember, I bought here just because that's not the signal. But I should take a good trade on the next signal. Whatever signal appears, I'm going to buy it. I'm going to close and I'm going to transition to the next trade. So, yeah, like I was talking out in public, I went from certain trades using regression, which is absolute, which is timely, which is certainty, a certainty, just like Michael Burry. Michael Burry saw the shitty loans and made billions of dollars of people's fucking real estate shitty loans and banked on that. So when you do regressions on numbers, you know what outliers are. You know the statistics. What's an outlier? So we do a regression curve. You do two bands. Any number outside that distribution is fucking. It's a less than a percent of it being part of the whole numbers. So how I mentioned the week, 500 weeks, 480 under 480, and the regression is moving up. So any number outside 480 since not last week's Monday, but the second to last week, 2 Mondays ago, that was the outside of that regression. That's where you had to buy your shares. Everyone and their mother would have bought that, and nobody would have had a problem with that. There, you could have bought, uh, you know, 2 year long call contracts on the economy. You would have made a gamble on the economy that the economy is not going to falter, that we're not going down, that we're going all the way up, we're going back to make a new high. That's where you made your gamble. Not your gamble, but a certain trade that the market is going in one direction and it's up at 480 or anything below 480. And that's how I do it. That's how I made all this money. Certainty using statistics. There we go. We got 10 more minutes. 175 from here is not bad. Let's see if it's a sell signal, and if it's sell, let's see it. Let's watch it work. Let's watch it fall down. I want to see the prediction capacity on the hour candle on telling me that at 1900 hours this is going to sell, and it doesn't look like it's going to sell with all this supply, with all this demand right here, with basically prediction. And if you look back, this is the last code I created. If you look back, it matches every single time. It predicts when it's going to go down minutes before. That hour, 10 o'clock, boom, right after. Right here. Where's the other one? Right here. What hour is this? This is 3 o'clock on Friday. Look at 3 o'clock. Boom, all the way down. You see? So by the hour, this thing knows, and you trade it. That's it. That is it. So we're going to see if this trade is going to be shit or it's still a buy. And if it's still a buy, Monday is going to be diabolical. Monday is going to be diabolical. Well, we try to wake up Monday. I'm going to see that 9:30 signal. Boom, buy, 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 buy. It's going to go up. Oh, I'm going to sell. Fuck my put. I'm getting closer to glory. Real glory. All right, we're breaking even here. It's real. I feel that it's certain that the next signal is going to be sell at 1900. We're right at the bottom of the hourly candle, right at the bottom. So We might see a sell in about 7 minutes right here. The goal is not seeing the sell candle at 1800. It's seeing the sell candle at the 1900 candle mark right there. Boom, sell. That's it. Get out quickly. Just close that. Close that and watch the market fall because it's already falling. It's already falling. Let's wait 7 more minutes. 7 more minutes. I got the key. You see that? You see that buy signal, bro, on Friday? You see that? Do you see that? At 4 o'clock on Friday, by the hour signals, and it rallies up to a new high. Could you imagine the amount of money you can make on this type of shit? This is certain. The signal should not come late. That's what I'm looking at. I hope that the 1900 signal is not the 1800 signal, because if it is, it's going to be an hour late, and the whole system and the whole code is worthless. If the sell signal appears here at 1800, it's worthless. If it appears here, it's okay. It's good. Here, caca. Here, perfection. Here, caca. Here, perfection. Here, dookie. Here, perfection. This area, yes. This area, no. So there's an hour delay between signals. And I don't want that, because I don't want to be late an hour. What if the next signal is a red signal? It's not a green signal. You see what I mean? What if see, that's the reason. So it has to be right here. This or nothing, or the code is garbage. This area right here, 1900 or nothing. Five minutes. I have a feeling it's going to be 1800. I'm already feeling that I'm not going to get that type of luck, that I don't deserve this type of code, and there's limitations to the design. I'm already feeling. I'm feeling an itch. But even then, even then, trading between the hour mark could be fantastic. Catching a late trade might still, it could still be fantastic. It got up to what, $800 here? So, word of caution. It still might be good if it ain't perfect, because nothing is perfect. You cannot strive for perfection. It's just not possible. Let's see what happens. If no signal, godly. Godly. This is telling me that there's no strong deviation to the pullback, and it's bound to recover and continue going up. All that supply is telling me that it has to be a sell signal within 4 minutes. And that a sell signal is going to show up in 4 minutes. Why? You see all that selling, filling in the opening candle? We might be being pressured down. Question is, sell, 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 sell. If it's here, I'm screwed. What I could do is make some form of signal that switches between buy or sell and stays there. All right, we're going red. It's going to be red in 4 minutes. What we could do is try to implement an hour checker, a signal checker, like a color, like a bubble, either red, green, red, green, red, green, red, green, depending on direction on the hour candle, to see where we are going to end up at the close of the hour. I gotta think about how to do that. I gotta think about how to put a signal here that sort of is telling me, yeah, it's gonna be red. And I think the label is doing a pretty good job of telling you that it's going to be red. If the signal is here, the Emma bearish is telling you all you need to know. The label is telling you, yeah, sell right there. Just from this alone. So the label is going to be red. The label is sort of instant. So it's going to be telling you. I might do the signal based on the label at hours so that it happens earlier. That might be a way to do it. Use by color, like a color signal. So if the label is red, plot the sell signal every hour. Use the hour mark and the label as the signal, and not the cloud, not the email, not the moving averages. Let's see what happens. We got 1 more minute. Where is it going to show up? Boom, 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 boom. Coño, 36 seconds still. 20 seconds. God damn, the longest minute ever. Financial freedom. It's going to be a sell, and I think it's going to be at the 1800 mark. It's just working around it. 1, 2, 3. Where's the signal? No signal is showing. Let me try to refresh the page. See if we get something different there. Yeah. Nope, no signal yet. It might be still bullish. It might be bullish, gentlemen. Remember, it was supposed to be buying from here. It might be no good enough transition. That's basically what the code guy said. And I'm gonna rebuy. If I'm red, I'm gonna rebuy once again. Not a strong enough transition. I'm gonna buy 2 more. Hold on, let me 1 second. Let me buy 2 more right here. Seed your futures limit. Let me flat. Buy 2 more. Nope, I see no signal. It's still buying. Something is gonna happen. Okay, let me tell AI. Okay, okay. Yes, open had a buy at 4 p.m. on Friday. It's still buy, and 2 hours gone by. I mean, 1 hour has gone by since market open and no signal. Note that the 4 p.m. signal on futures was on Friday and open today made it made made it appear. I knew where it was to appear. Check the code again and explain if I need some other way, like considering the label to make the bubbles every hour or when needed, or I should leave the code as is. as the label at open noted it was bearish right at the hour mark that the market opened. Don't alter or modify code. Okay, leave code as is. All right, let's wait. Do you think, do you think I'm going to get a sell signal at 1800 or at 1900 or when the condition changes? A bit more complicated. Also, why there isn't any cloud above price? The cloud, can I buy more? Let me buy more then. Limit, assholes. Let me buy some options then. Let me buy the option chain up in this motherfucker. Let me buy an option. Hold on. Let me open a call in this shit. Let me open a call right now. Let me open 6 calls in this motherfucker right now. Then we're still buying? Yeah? Let's buy a single. Let's buy some calls. Send the money in this shit. Let's buy another one. Yeah, it's gonna be like this. All right, fuck it. We got billions here. Oh, we bought 20 call contracts already. I overdid it, but let's keep it that way. Still holding. That's what it's trying to tell me. So yeah, it says that it's not gonna show a sell signal. It's not gonna show a cloud unless the condition changes. This is real time. The email label is real time, so it's not suggested for these signals. Not suggested. It's not suggested for this. It suggests you follow this, and obviously it makes a lot of sense because this is where the signals is where you make the most money on. So forget about the label. Don't make real time label. Don't make real time bubbles. You know, don't make real time signals and wait for the pattern to change. It's apparently still bullish to the EMAs. It pulled back a lot. Definitely pulled back. I mean, he's 30 points down. It's been 30 points since last high. It's 19 since open and 30 points since open. It's still pulled back, but it's not sufficient for the signal to say, hey, sell right now. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen here. Let me check NQ because I know NQ is active already. Boom, 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 boom. Stop it. Stop loading. Stop loading. Yep. It's still buy. There's a buy at 9:30. And the buy at 9:30 from Friday on NQ is still coasting. It made a new high and it pulled back a little bit. And it's pulling back now. I need to observe this with caution now. The ginormous, a fucking ginormous buy signal, as you can see. You see that number? That's 200 points on NQ, 30 points, more than 30 points on futures. We got to continue watching it. The business, yes, yes. Tre business. Obasema. I am itching for a new signal for confirmation that this is bullish, bro. I'm pretty sure the EMEA, the moving average, is going to turn bullish above this, above 55443. 5543, the label turns bullish, and then after that, we may proceed. And here we go. This is sort of bullish now here. Once again, I want to see an explosion of a new high now. I want to see something caviar and fresh cran. Fresh cran, caviar, sturgeon, caviar, you know. Situation. Oh yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Pump this. Pump it. Free money on this pump. With options, with everything. Up 500 already. Go, go, gadget, go. Make the signal real. Tomorrow, I'm gonna have a field day with this. What would be nice to do is record it through an entire day and see it how it behaves. Like turn on record on streaming or record the screen, make a video about it, and play it fast. Play it fast to see how it's moving hour by hour. Because that way, I can focus on other things instead of having to be looking at a candle per candle basis and see the signal switch, pop, and then do what it has to do. We are still bullish, baby. Apparently, the wizard says so. Harry Potter is saying we're still on the bull. Baby, 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 I want you home. So hot in here, bruh. Right there. Ow! That's a cell signal. You see the cell signal in 1900? Is that a cell signal or a buy signal? It's a buy signal. Another buy signal? All right, now let's switch it up. Gamma 5, Gamma 8. That is also bearish. I can't tell what's happening right now here. You see that? Okay, let me ask AI. What are the? Okay, hold on. Chat GPT. God damn, I'm fucking stoked now. What are Emma 5? Wait, hold on here. Emma 5 over 8 is bearish or bullish? Emma 5 over 8 is bullish. Or Emma 1 over 2. So then why bearish is not showing? Cross this below. That's probably how it works. 8 over 5. 8 over 5 is below. Nope, still the same. Just keep watching for these signals. Nothing still there. Nothing there still. What the hell? Damn, lost 10 million in 7 days, in 90 days. That's how I should be. 250,000 lost in 24 hours. Come on. Make peace, Togi. Make peace. Save that money. Continue gambling and just rake 15%. You'll still be a billionaire. Togi before the base. Getting the degree in. Hustling. Hustling. Yes.
Yeah, reasonably high. You make $1 million a gamble. Of course, it's high. Anyone will lend you money, Togi. Anyone will lend you money. So far, it's bullish. This is not teasing going anywhere. This is supplies getting cheaper. Supply is getting thinner, which is good, although it's getting a little thicker, and demand is sort of about to bounce it up. If I would make a trade considering these variables, I think I'm gonna take profit here. 5 550, and that's it. 5 550. Let's close that trade at 5 550. This one, the options one. Sell 20 at submit sell at right there. Symbol method mark less than above 5 550. That's it. Mm. All right, no problem. All right, 530. Not at 30. It's at 550. Hold on. It's stuck at 530 or better. I'll limit price. Limit price at 550. 550. Or better. Arriba. Arriba. If this signal's not gonna go away, I'll put the limit up. No problem. I'm on my way now. Yeah, they're closing this up. Hold on. Closing this up at 5. So at 5, I should be out of here. There is no plots. It's real complicated to set up these plots. So we'll check tomorrow. Nothing happened so far. Tomorrow market open should be very copacetic because we're gonna get a 930 signal, and that's basically the best signal that you could get. Because I coded a 930 signal on it. If you check at 930, right here, there's that sell. You see that? Based on whatever's above, and it was perfection. So we need to wait till market open tomorrow and deal with that. Let's wait 4 more minutes. Hopefully they're not rushing us to see if some kind of signal shows here to stop the trade and just log off. Let's wait 4 more minutes. 4 more minutos, por favor. I'm buying Snapple and going to sleep. I think I'm gonna spend $3 on Snapple. Snapple, Apple. Togarino. Thinking about Togi. Togi hat. Togi God's gambling sponsor. That's infinite liquidity right there. Infinite liquidity. If it was me, I'd be on some ridiculous returns and paying back the sponsors. Be like, yeah, I made $500,000 on this trade. Take my money. Quick, quick. Take that money, stick it in the stock market. Lucky Togi doesn't know what I do. That's part of the equation. Some people do, some people don't. We got 3 more minutes before I shut down. Let's see if we're gonna get a signal at 8 o'clock. If not, it's still bullish. It's still bullerino. One more minute. It's tracking uptrend. You see that? One more minute. 40 seconds. Ten more seconds. If no signals, I'm out of here. There we go. 30-minute alert. Nothing here. Nothing here. Let me refresh the chart. Nothing yet. So we're still by. We're still by, gentlemen. This is going up. We're good. Let's get out of here. And those are red candles. It should be sell on the red candles, but it's not. Shut down. See you guys later tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock.